I was doing a contract for the Mental Health Foundation.
Mm.
It was me, Iwa Ngatana, and Sarah Mokokwea. We had meetings with anyone with lived experience in the region. That was including Northland. We consulted with people about what they wanted from a consumer network within Auckland and Northland, and submitted the report to the Mental Health Foundation and to the funders at the time. And then nothing happened. And I was like, the end of the financial year was coming up, and I knew I had nothing else to know that if it hadn't been arranged for the next financial year, we would miss out.
Yes, right.
So I rang them and I said, what's happening with the fund, with the Auckland Regional Consumer Network? The person at the time, I said, we've got the funding here, but we don't know of any consumer groups that are set up at the moment. And do you know of any groups? And I said, actually, because there was a group of us who had set ourselves up because at Te Whetū Tawara, there was an overbridge over the motorway and people were literally jumping off the overbridge. So we were writing letters to say, fix this situation. This is not okay. So we wrote a few letters, and that was kind of what we had, the sum total of what we had done. We hadn't met for very long. And I said to them, hey guys, there's this contract, and do you want to do it? Because they're willing to let us have a go. And we had a special meeting, and a lot of them were kind of ambivalent and not sure. And I was saying, guys, this is really good. We really need to do this. And they said, yes. So we had to fill out RFP.
Yes.
And we spent hours and hours over a weekend. We were told we had to do it by Monday at 5 p.m. and this was Friday. So we had to go through the whole contract process to do that in the weekend.
Wow.
And so we managed it. We did a really good RFP. We submitted it literally by 5 p.m. on Monday. And then they said, okay, well, who's going to umbrella you?
Yeah.
You have until tomorrow, 5 p.m. to decide who's going to umbrella you. And we were like,
Almost.
Okay, and the only people that I knew who could do that kind of umbrella-ship was Richmond Fellowship.
Yes.
So I rang up the head of the Richmond Fellowship in Auckland at the time, who knew me from when I was in residential service, and he was Peter Farley, and I said to him, Peter, can you please umbrella us? He had a special meeting with the board within a few hours, and they came back with, yes, we will umbrella you. Every time the funders obviously thought we couldn't make the deadline, so we made the deadline and we said, yes, we've got an umbrella organisation. So we gave them no excuse not to fund us and not to go ahead with it. So we ended up with the funding, and so we started meeting at Crossroads Clubhouse to start to do all the policies and procedures and service development and service design and everything. And that took us, I think it was close to another 2 years. And then we managed to get a Housing New Zealand community house in Mount Eden Road. Now called Changing Minds. So that's the beginning of the Regional Consumer Network. And we covered Northland as well. Yeah. So I would drive up to Northland and have a meeting with them and see what their needs were, and let them know about any service developments that were happening and feedback.